news. So right now we have 3 lovely ladies joining us. So let's go down the way and everybody tell us your names.
I'm Molly Pearson.
All right.
I'm Lisa Harst with Moms and Hands.
Okay.
And I'm Carolyn Savage, mother of 5.
Oh, mother of 5. You are a busy lady. Well, thanks for waking. Are you usually up this early anyway?
Yeah.
Are you?
Sadly.
I would imagine with 5 kids, my goodness. Now, so basically it's going to be so nice to have you guys here to give us advice. And there's moms have to do a multiple, basically so many jobs. Multitasking is basically, I guess, just the name of the game. There is a show coming out soon called Extreme Parenting. Now tell us more about that.
Well, it is actually made by the creator of a popular show called Dance Moms, which is a bit of eyebrow-raising television.
Yes.
And it was inspired by the Time magazine cover of the, three-year-old breastfeeding.
Yes.
And I think at that time, the show's creator decided that it would be interesting to kind of open the doors behind some of the more eyebrow-raising parenting choices.
Right, and I know that show, Dance Moms, if it's anything,
Yeah.
Abby Lee, is that her name?
Yeah.
It's a guilty pleasure, I think, of many of ours. It's crazy. I mean, it's over-the-top dance teacher, I mean, and dance moms, obviously. But, okay, so what, in your opinion, is one of the issues that basically moms face when it comes to being over-the-top extreme?
Well, I think the breastfeeding category is definitely one that comes up a lot. And, you know, as moms, you always have that guilty feeling.
Yeah.
As, you know, everybody says this is the best thing to do for your child. Personally, I breastfed both my kids. So, you know, I'm on one end of the spectrum, but I think we all kind of feel what works for one person doesn't necessarily work for the next.
Exactly. Everybody raises their kids in a different way, and what you choose to do also, that's something, maybe just learning to respect other moms, even if it's not what you're doing yourself.
Right.
Now, tell me more about this extreme parenting show. So are they going to like compare 2 different moms, kind of like they do on that show Wife Swap or something like that, you know?
I think it's going to be where like each week they do a different topic. So I think the first show maybe they'll pick co-sleeping and focus on a family that does like that particular thing, and then the next show they would focus on something like extreme breastfeeding and have a family that breastfeeds a 6-year-old, or then the next so I think they're going to go by topic.
So just kind of really highlight people who are just taking it way
Too
over
far.
the top, right? And a lot can be learned from that by by seeing other people, and absolutely.
Right.
All right, so we're talking about a new show that's coming out today called Extreme Parenting, and it's made by the creators of Dance Moms. If you know that show, you know that is extreme dance moms right there. But what I'd like to talk about right now is, what do you guys think, do you think moms are quick to judge other moms?
We were just talking about this off air. I think as moms, we go every day making choices about how we're going to parent our kids. And we're always questioning ourselves, wondering if we're doing the right thing. Because, of course, our goal is to do the best thing we can by our kids and not screw them up permanently.
Right.
So I think, when Lisa makes a different choice than I do, or Molly makes a different choice than I do, it's easy to get defensive about the choice that you made, and I think that's what you see when the topic of extreme parenting comes up. People are very quick to go, because it's not something that I chose, and that means you don't like my choice, or you think what you're doing is better than me.
Right.
And I think it's time for us to all just step back a little bit and stop with the judging.
I think that is a really good point. I think everybody is just doing the best that they can. You know, they're just, as a mom, I'm sure that it's just constant go, go, go. And so you're making these split-second decisions, and you're just like, I hope that was a good one. And sometimes it might not be. And you learn that, and then the next time around, you try to figure it out from there. Right. So why, in your opinion, as a mom, what is the hardest thing that you face on a daily basis?
I guess just trying to determine if those decisions that you are making for your kids are not only healthy for them, but teaching them something in the long run.
Yeah.
And as we were talking out there, when moms do judge each other, one, partly because you're judging yourself and the decision you made because it was different than somebody else's, but at the same time, you only know that 30-second conversation that you had.
Right.
So if somebody says, I breastfed till they were 2, you don't really know the circumstances behind that. And I think that was our big thing, you know, that that instead of judging everybody, we need to empower each other.
Absolutely. That's a very good point. What about you? What do you think is the hardest thing daily?
We talked about like how every kid's different. So, you know, one kid could be vastly different from another. So maybe, like Molly said, maybe you'll breastfeed one child to their 2, maybe the other one for 1 month, you know.
Right.
Some kids just like things differently. If you have a boy and a girl, they do things different. So I feel like your choices vary even by child. You might raise your first one a little bit different or make choices differently with your second one. So I think it just depends on the mom and the child and the circumstance. No mom is going to do everything the same for every kid. Neither will Molly do everything the same as I do for one.
Right, absolutely. Carolyn?
I think that they hit on it exactly right. And again, I think it all goes back to remembering that none of us are perfect, and there are no perfect moms out there. And you can read magazine articles and books and blogs about parenting, and you're only going to get that selective piece of what people are going to put out there for you to see. Some people are more honest than others.
You just kind of have to take it all in and make your own decisions with confidence. I think that's probably a big thing too, is just doing it. So, speaking of blogs, Lisa, you have a blog, correct?
I do. I write a blog called Moms and Heels, and it's just kind of about, I wrote it starting as a new mom with my first son, who's now 2, but just about how, I guess the heels and that stands for a part. I used to always wear heels all the time, so people would always laugh, like, oh, wait till you're a mom, you're going to always wear flats, you know? And I was like, no, I won't. But so it's like a part of me, I guess, that was there before I had kids. So I just try to encourage moms that just because you're a mom doesn't mean you have to like change necessarily all of who you are. So even if you're a chef or a marathon runner, or I just encourage moms to try to keep that part of them with them, you know. Make time for yourself.
And that would make your children in turn respect you, because you are also an individual as you're raising individuals. Very nice. Well, ladies, we're so excited about this segment. It's going to be a lot of fun. Every Wednesday, we're going to have you here for some great advice, and we really, really appreciate it.